at Amerant Bank Arena for the 2024 Eastern Conference Finals.
Amerant Bank Arena is the largest indoor arena in the entire state of Florida. It was built in 1998 and has been home of the Florida Panthers ever since. And we're not only here for a regular Florida Panthers game, but for the Eastern Conference Finals against my favorite team in all of sports, the New York Rangers. I'm going to be rating this arena based off of 5 different categories: entertainment, pricing, food, vibe, and aesthetic. Now, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Ethan Zaretsky. This team is literally my life, and if I can't be at MSG for the games, there's nowhere I'd rather be than representing my team in an opposing city like this. However, it's not every day that you get to experience an NHL playoff game from the other side of the country. So I'm going to be making sure that I take in every moment and put my Rangers fandom to the side at some points to ensure that I genuinely take in every moment of being here. And there's 3 things I want to do other than just watching the game from my seats. 1, find the biggest Alexander Barkov fan that I can find and give away a sick t-shirt. 2, try the lobster quesadilla that I keep seeing Panthers fans walk around everywhere with. And 3, watch the Rangers take a dub in at least one of the 2 games I'm at. Now, prior to getting here, I did some research on something and learned that this arena has a lot of history. Despite only being around for 2 decades, the arena has gone through 7 different name changes and actually was called the FLA Live Arena just prior to this year. One of its names in its tenure was actually the National Car Rental Center. The cool part is right when we walked in, it felt like a big divided house and honestly could have passed for a Rangers home game. This year, I honestly think New York sports fans have cemented themselves as one of the most loyal fan bases in sports. Like, check out this video of Knicks fans literally mobbing in the middle of Wells Fargo Center.
Let's go Knicks! Let's go Knicks! Let's go Knicks!
What other sports fan base does this in an opposing city, especially in a city like Philly? I can't lie, the Panthers pregame intros had me fired up, and as an NHL fan, the hype videos that they showed on the Jumbotron, they just give me chills. But nothing's better than the MSG intro. The environment for a playoff game is just truly unmatched. Nothing compares to MSG, but Florida's pretty good. It also helped that in my section, I was surrounded by Rangers fans, so it definitely felt like I was right at home. The first game kicked off with a quick goal on the power play by Sam Reinhart, which created one of the loudest roars I've heard in an NHL game so far. This definitely wasn't an ideal start for the Rangers, but they were able to come back from this and take a 3-2 lead in the second thanks to a sick goal from Alexis Lafreniere. I was hyped, and so were all the other Rangers fans around me, and the New York takeover in Florida was starting to become legit. Each and every Rangers fans were on their feet, but a tough team like Florida wasn't going to let them back down so easily, especially on their home ice. This game actually ended up going into overtime, and man, I say I was absolutely shaking during the overtime period. However, the second I started to get nervous, this happened.
Off the face-off. Gustafsson, they score! Through the screen of Wenberg, who might have touched it.
And just like that, I completed our first goal of the video in the first game. As a Rangers fan, this had to be one of my favorite games that I've ever been to. There's just something about being in a different arena, winning, and then getting to rejoice with those fans that came down from New York. After the game, I found myself just bombarded with joy, high-fiving everyone I saw. And remember the clip I showed you earlier of the New York fans taking over Wells Fargo? Well, the same thing happened at this game. And I got to be part of chanting, "Let's go Rangers," and a mob of Rangers fans. Man, this game was just so unbelievable. But the fun wasn't done yet because there's still 2 more challenges to complete and the Rangers have another game to win. And we have arrived at game 4 for our first order of business, was to interview some Panthers fans and see who truly was the biggest Alexander Barkov fan in the entire arena.
In the beginning of this t-shirt, what NHL team Barkov has scored the most goals against?
Most goals. He's got a lot against Ottawa.
You only get one guess.
That's a good question. Ottawa?
No, it's not Ottawa. You gotta take a guess.
Flyers?
No, you're wrong. All right, we haven't found anyone yet, but I think we're gonna get someone soon.
Senators.
No, someone already guessed that, but good try.
The Rangers.
It's not the Rangers. Nice shot. I'll go ahead.
Montreal.
It is Montreal!
Yeah!
Congratulations! Here you go. This is for you.
Thank you.
What's your name, man?
Logan.
Logan, nice to meet you, man. Congratulations.
Who's this guy?
Congratulations, bro.
Everyone stop and comment W Logan down below. Now, the second the challenge was complete, it was finally time to try the lobster quesadilla, which actually retails for $20. Arena food and lobster themselves are both pretty expensive usually, so I wasn't too shocked by the price. Plus, I've never been to an arena in my life that serves seafood, especially on a quesadilla, so I'm ready to try this.
All right, the game's about to start, but I gotta try this lobster quesadilla. It's gotta be good. Ready? Here we go. It's pretty good. Not what I expected. Guacamole, salsa. It's pretty good. I gotta dip it in the guac to get the full review. Here we go. Dip in the guac. $7.3 on the lobster quesadilla. That's a review.
Now that all three of our main goals have been completed through the video, there's only one thing left to do on our trip. That was to watch Game 4 and see if the Rangers could steal 2 games in Florida. I'm not gonna lie, if the Rangers can steal this one, it might change the rankings that I have on this arena and might make it a little higher compared to if they were to lose. This game was actually so electric in the arena, and the game got off to a way better start for the Rangers as Vincent Trocheck hit this sick goal to give him a 1-0 lead. However, I knew that this game wasn't going to be easy because the Panthers were down 2-1 and were at risk of losing again on their home ice and heading back to New York for Game 5 down 3-1. There has only been 32 3-1 comebacks in NHL history, which equates to 7% of all NHL teams that have ever been down 3-1. Now think about that. So the Panthers were not going to go down without a fight. This game also ended up going to overtime. However, the Rangers have been in this situation just a few days ago and surely could capitalize again, right?
To the corner and played back up high. 1 for 3 on the power play tonight. Down low. Score! Sam Reinhart! A power play goal!
Spain without the S is the only way to describe my emotions after that, man. Despite the Rangers coming up short in Game 4, this was just an amazing experience. To be able to represent the Rangers with my cousins and my brother and just a team that I love in this environment was something I'll never forget, especially after that thriller in Game 3. But now, it's time for my final ranking of my experience as a Rangers fan in the home of the Florida Panthers, Amerant Bank Arena. Entertainment, 6.8. Pricing, 8.2. Food, 7.5. A vibe, I'll give 7.9. An aesthetic, a 9.1. For a final score, Amerant Bank Arena gets a 7.9 overall. This experience was just so sick, and if there's anything I learned this week, it's that the community is truly one of the strongest things that we have in the world of sports. After that Game 3 victory, I was able to celebrate with the people I'll probably never see again, but at the end of the day, we are internally connected by just loving the same sports team. Next time you're at a sports game, I challenge you to make friends with the guy next to you if they're wearing the same jersey. Even if they're not, it's likely you guys are going to get along pretty well, especially if you're rooting for the same team. And on that note, thank you guys so much for watching this video. We're new to this whole YouTube thing, so subscribe if you've enjoyed. We'd love to have you around for this journey.